The age of the influencer is over. The time of the buck has come.
He's gotta be on something.
Steroids. How come you always think my guys are the ones that use it?
All right. I got some inspiration today. And so this is going to be my food. I'm going to eat 10 eggs. All right. Just to give you this. There we go. How big are your hands? How do your hands measure up? I kind of have dwarven pinkies because some fucking wise ass. My brother sat on this fucking pinky here. So I think that's done with the growth. And then this one right here, some dumbass broke it in grade 9 in gym class. Some fucking redneck. Anyways, 10 eggs, and it's gonna look like shit, but and it's probably gonna taste taste okay for probably the first 5, but then I'll have to power through the rest. But I mean, no pain, no gain, right? And so you got to apply it to eating as well. Oh boy. This will be butter ASMR. My friend's girlfriend says like an ASMR voice, and it's calming. So yeah, maybe I should do that sort of content. I'll get the microphone, and I'll be like sticking my tongue in your ear. Yeah, that. Yeah, and then wait, we'll start itching. There we go. Fabric noises. What kind of fucking freak acquires a taste for that? All right, see what I mean? All right, here's my left hand, which is pretty much useless for anything but weightlifting. There we go. I think I got this new pan. Santa was good to me. I was a good boy, so no lump of coal. I got the rock. You smell what the rock's cooking? Stinky ass eggs. How many eggs are you eating? If you're one of these guys that's like, if you're like, what's his name? Dr. Berg. If you look like Dr. Berg and you're like, well, I eat 4 eggs every day. I mean, that's probably better than nothing, but you got to up your egg game. If you don't weigh at least 250, if you're over 5'5", you need to weigh 250 immediately. I mean, eggs aren't really going to get you there, but, wow. I mean, you could try an egg max, 50 eggs a day. You could do that. I mean, don't listen to your boomer parents or your boomer doctor, but that'd be something else. And what you might want to try is, here we go. If you can digest it, Italian extra virgin olive oil by Kirkland. Yo, yeah, I bet you that's right from Italy. I bet you. Italy, definitely. Well, Italy, China. Anyways, yeah, when making a man cake with olive oil is pretty fucking good. This will be. Gotta go back to the channel roots, where it's just me cooking, eating, and then working out. Being a dumbass. I mean, cool. Okay, here we go. I'm looking through the. There we go. You just gotta keep it moving. When I went to cooking school, that's what the chef told me. You keep it moving so it doesn't get too hot in one spot, because you don't want to have like brown eggs. You don't want to cook. My dad, the way he cooks eggs, he makes them look like a fucking pancake. He'll do over easy eggs and make himself a fucking pancake. Okay. See, I shouldn't be watching the camera. All right. See, I don't even mix them up in a bowl because that's just I'm not gonna enjoy the second half of it anyways. So why do extra fucking work? Just put some salt and pepper on there. Fucking forget about it. All right. Eggs. Here we go. I told my brother, every time somebody comments again after I don't make videos for a while, then I'm like, oh, shit, I better do a video. But I think, I got some inspiration today. not that this seems very inspired. I was just cooking my freaking eggs, but I was watching my first short that I did, where I'm really fucking huge and red, and that was kind of good. That was kind of good. I'm slightly less huge and slightly less red now. Well, about 20 something pounds below that. Anyways, I think I'm going to try and like return to my channel. What I originally would do is just talk about working out. Like, it's pretty cookie cutter, but I think then if it's more specialized, and that's generally that's one of until basically every other thing, or that's one of the things I believed in life, is that if you want to be good at something, you have to specialize. And so before, when I was doing like my variety, I did the variety channel for probably like half my videos, because back in the fall, October and November, it was mostly just talking about working out. But then I kind of went variety mode and just talked about whatever I was thinking about. Then the growth slowed down, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, eggs are back in, and now I'm not doing any cycles or anything. I can well, first of all, save money, because food now is crazy. Although I started going to a different grocery store. But yeah, you got to find the cheap grocery store, and because for a while I was going to Sobeys, and Sobeys is, I don't even know what you're paying for. Like, I go to No Frills now, man. No Frills in Canada is owned by the same company as Zayres, because Zayres it's Loblaws is the parent company, I'm pretty sure, or maybe it's Metro. I can't remember, but they have the same products, except if you go to Zayres, it's like an extra 10 or 15%. Why would you go there? If you want to be part of the bourgeoisie, that's basically it. Then again, you might not smell. Well, anyways, we'll talk about working out. What do I got in here? 25 gauge and we'll start talking about steroids right away. But anyways, what I've been doing for my cycle, no, not really a cycle, my TRT, because remember, anything under 1 gram for me, not for you, but for me, because I have a higher baseline, because I'm 500 pounds, right? Anything under 1 gram of steroids per week that's TRT. I naturally produce that. I naturally, natural, like 500 milligrams of test per week. That was natural. That's the way I felt. But anyway, so I'm doing 250 milligrams of test per week. I do 125 Monday, 125 Friday, alternate the pecs. I haven't done a shoulder shot in a long time. I think my shoulders, they're feeling pretty good. My lat is feeling pretty good. And then I take 20 milligrams of Anavar every day. And I just take that in the morning on an empty stomach, because that's the way you want to take it, on an empty stomach. And when I first started taking steroids, I remember I watched a video with Tony Huge and Coach Trevor, and Coach Trevor's recommendation was to take Anadrol or Dianabol, because that's what I was interested in taking, because it's like, why would I take that other pussy shit? He's like, yo, you should, if it upsets your stomach, you should take it with some food. But, it didn't upset my stomach, but I was taking it with food for the first month. But I still made really good gains. When you first start using steroids, even if you're at a higher baseline of strength, they work pretty damn good. Not that I endorse them. Anyways, so I take that on empty stomach once in the morning, and then what I'm going to do is start taking Anadrol, 50 milligram Anadrol, every morning, and to retain more muscle, because I'm only eating 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day. Now, that's a good maintenance for me, because I don't want to go puny mode, because I have this huge fucking head. If I weigh below 250, my head doesn't fit my body. I look like the Mad Magazine kid, or like just a bobblehead caricature person. Someone can make a really pretty fucking good caricature out of me, I think. Maybe. Yeah. But anyways. Yeah. And then the training is just, I just do I do a close grip bench now 3 days a week. And, what the hell else is there to talk about? Oh, I got a new supplement protocol. or things I'm adding in. I take a quarter teaspoon of sea salt with a few times a day, maybe 3 or 4 times a day. And I take that. I'm not drinking that much milk now, but that's a good consideration to take because apparently lots of processes in your body use sodium chloride. They require it. And so you want to have more because then your body can work more efficiently or whatever makes it easier for it. It's like your body uses lots of ATP, and if you supplement with creatine monohydrate, it kind of refills the creatine phosphate that your body needs. It's because it's a building block of ATP, and so it improves ATP synthesis if you have more creatine available. So I take 5 milligrams of creatine every day. And so then I take that sea salt, and another thing I'm picking up is iodine. And I bought some iodine from just off Amazon from like some shit. It's terrible. The product's terrible. And I'm going to do a protocol where I megadose it. And I take 100 milligrams every day. And it's Lugol's iodine. I'm going to take 100 milligrams every day. And then when you'll start it, because it causes detox. And like you'll detox fluoride or fluorine, chlorine, and bromine. And bromine isn't like everything. It's in processed foods. Although I don't eat processed foods anymore. I used to eat bulldog as a snack, but it's terrible. It's seed oils, and I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm having 3-4 coffees a day. I have no sleep problems. Eventually, I'm gonna get up to the Andrew Tate dose, and then my brain will be working as it should. But I think that if I do this this iodine megadose, that's really going to help because it'll detox remove the fluorine from my body, and then because the tissues that your body is supposed to be saturated with iodine are being occupied by fluorine or fluoride, chlorine, and bromine, and so you flush that out, and then the iodine takes its place. And after you do the megadosing protocol, what you do is you do a skin patch test. You put iodine on your skin, and if it's still there 10 hours later, that means your body's fully saturated in iodine. And then you can start the 12.5 milligrams per day dose. This is the protocol that I got off BitChute. I don't know if you can find it on YouTube. There's lots of good stuff on BitChute. The video player doesn't really work that well on the phone, but you'll find a lot of stuff there that you won't be able to find on YouTube. At least it may be kind of hard. Lots of things are shadow banned. And then sometimes I'm ordering that from Thailand. I should get that in like 2 weeks. The iodine I have now is terrible. It's like that Lugol's iodine is 50% concentration, and so what you have to dilute it in water, because if you just put that in your mouth like I was doing with this other one, it'll burn your tongue. You put it on your skin, it'll burn your skin. Because another thing people do with iodine is they put it on their skin if they want to treat some like acne or if they have a cyst or something. Yeah, you have to dilute it, or you just use a little bit. You don't use the 50% solution one. You use the lower one that this company Sacred Purity has. I think the other one's like 6.25% concentration, and that one would be better for dosing your daily amount, because then you do 100 milligrams every day. I'm not recommending this. This is just what I'm going to do. And then the 12.5 milligrams, that'll be my iodine replacement therapy. And then if it keeps your iodine store saturated in all the tissues of your body, all of the areas that it's supposed to be, then it will prevent the fluoride that's the main thing I'm worried about is or that I want to get rid of. It'll prevent the fluoride from binding in those areas. And so I'm pretty excited about that. We'll see how that goes. The detox apparently isn't very comfortable, but what you do is you do a salt load with it, and so you drink a lot of water and you take salt, and so you'll excrete the toxins more easily, so you don't have to, because you're gonna feel sick basically, and that'll be in 2 weeks, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I gotta eat these freaking eggs. It'll be like the old days where I just eat in front of the fucking camera. Oh man, this is going right into the muscle though. Where's your fucking? You haven't seen me in 2 weeks. Still fucking huge. Skinny arms. Some guy. Yeah. You know, there's people think that if you do, there's like these assistance exercises. I remember some guy said that my bench press would be stronger if I built my triceps up more. But you can't stress your triceps enough with doing these dumb exercises to make you stronger. You'll just get inflammation. And you know, it's like beating a dead horse at this point, because lots of my viewers have watched, like, it seems like every video. And so it's just inflammation. You just focus on the heavy weights, the important exercises. The other exercises, people say, like Larry Wheels, whatever, they say these ones make you grow. You know, if you're that jacked, people will believe anything you say. You'll be like, well, guys, the secret to that I getting this huge is sperm milkshakes. People will be like, immediately, they put like 5 cum shots in some milk, stir it up, and then fucking drink it. They probably would. Yeah. Those, well, eventually you're going to figure, I think that it's, I don't know if it's, you'll learn it eventually, either because through like experience, because you've been weightlifting for a long time, or you just see enough other people try and be the same as Larry Wheels or whatever, these really jacked guys or really strong guys. Like, you can try as hard as you want, but you can't overcome bad genetics. And but even with bad genetics, what does that mean? You're not going to fucking work out? Like, some people say, like, oh, I have this bad I'm not going to do this exercise. You're not going to do squats. You're not going to do deadlifts. I remember that was Sam Hyde's advice, that you got a bad back, you don't do deadlifts. But how are you supposed to like train those muscles effectively? There's no replacement exercises for those. Leg press, terrible. It's terrible for you. It's worse for your back than, I mean, if you have bad form in squats and deadlifts, then whatever. But leg press is terrible for your back. You need lower back's inflection. And then there's like the range of motion issue. You have your split squats, whatever, terrible. All the unilateral exercises are terrible. All you need is to go on. You just need to go on starting. Listen to Mark Ripito. That's all you need to do. It's just that the problem with Mark Ripito is that he doesn't have all these genetically gifted people that he's training, because he trains the average person, and it's if an average person gets really strong, then that's a lot more impressive than some other guy. Like, I see Jamal Browner work. That guy doesn't even look like he trains that hard, and he's the strongest human being of all time, probably. It's like 1,000 pounds. Well, he's doing sumo deadlift, but it's 1,000 pounds. It comes off the ground like I do 405. That's like, yeah, he can lift 1,000 pounds like the average, I don't know, person does 225. It's crazy. Yeah. So, and these fucking programs out there, I was thinking that people, they sell their programs, and they need to be giving like royalties or something to Mark Ripito. Because if they're doing like 5 sets of 5, like their strong list and whatever, he started it all. That's why I don't like, if someone wants me to make them a program, I'll tell them what to do and whatever. But I'm not gonna. I call it my own program, but it's just most of these programs are just plagiarism, or they change something just to be slightly different. But that he has the most efficient program, and then let's say you're an intermediate, then you get the gray book. I don't even. Well, the thing is that my training was a little bit unorthodox, at least for deadlift. But deadlift is really basic. If I never really got very good at the other lifts, but my other lifts are okay. But I basically just ate enough food. I ate enough food, and I was so dedicated to get my deadlift up. My first cycle, my goal is to 700 deadlift. And my second cycle, I had to cut that one short. My second cycle was, I wanted to do 750, but I was able to at my third cycle, which I did 749. And then my goal for my fourth cycle was to do overhead press 315 for 5 reps. So I got 315 for 4 reps, almost 5. And then The cycle after that, I wanted to do 800-pound deadlift, but I only got 766. The cycle after that, I wanted to do an 800-pound deadlift. I did 801 for a single. And then the cycle after that, which is the one I did in the fall, my goal was to do 801 for at least 2 reps. I was thinking I could do 3 reps, but I didn't even know if I was even going to get 801 for 1 rep because I was having trouble with weight gain, and I thought I could overcome weight gain with just by taking more steroids. And you can't take enough steroids to make up for body weight like deficiency, because it's basically like there's like there's like BMI for weightlifting. If you're my height, 7 feet tall, but let's just say in an alternate universe, I'm 6'1". If you're 6'1", okay, you want to be, your ultimate weight for you is, well, actually it might be heavier than this, but my alternate universe form was 6'1", 293 pounds, and 300 or 315 would probably be even better. It wouldn't really be good for anything other than weightlifting because you get fucking, my brother said in that last cycle, or the second last cycle, because I did another one after that, but that one I cut short early, but I did get my 661 for 10 reps. So I was really proud of that. Or I am really proud of that. But the 801 for 2 reps, that cycle there, the last week I ate so many fucking calories and everything was so full. I don't even know what the hell the issue was, but I remember I was breathing so heavy. I was getting winded. I would do my warm-ups for that deadlift workout that I did the 801 for 2 reps. I would do a warm-up, 1 rep, put the plates on. I was fucking breathing heavy. And then I took probably like 8 to 10 minutes in between my last warm-up and my 801. My brother's like, I'm like, man, I was breathing heavy in between those sets. He's like, you were breathing heavy just standing there, because he came out to film the set, because this is back in the days before when I would only get him to film my I wouldn't film every workout like I did for a while just recently, and so I would just get him to come out. Because another thing is if you, let's say you're at the gym or whatever, if you have people watching or if you have people there that you basically, you don't want to be a pussy, and so that's why I would have Chad come out sometimes because I'd be anxious and whatever. And so I'd be like, okay, well, I got to do this because otherwise Chad's going to think I'm a pussy. Especially with 20 rep squats. It's good to have people there that you, I don't know, respect, I guess. And so he'd come out and he filmed that. He's like, yeah, you're breathing heavy just standing there. Because I'm getting ready for the set. I got my belt on. And then since I use straps, I know exactly, because I wait for a certain part in the song that's really important or whatever. It sounds pretty cringe. If people could hear what I was listening to, although watching back, it was actually, it's a good set. But yeah, I wait for a certain spot in the song, and I figure out how long it's gonna take me to get my straps in position and whatever, and then I take my breath. And so basically, when that part of the song hits, I'm on my feet and I'm pulling on the bar.